her. Okay. Hi guys. I'm back. This is Tamara, aka Red. And okay, hold on, I have a whole speech for you guys. Subscribe to my channel if you want to. If you don't, that's okay. I'm okay with that. Um I guess press the notification button. If you're gonna subscribe, you might as well just press that button. And hit the thumbs up. Or hit the thumbs down. It either it's for either I'm gonna make it on YouTube and be a YouTuber, or I'm not. It doesn't like, so either up or down. It doesn't. I'm gonna still go to sleep at night. Okay. But I appreciate you that if you do press subscribe and like me, and even when I say something that you may not like, just like correct me. Go in that comments, cause you know. I know, like, I don't gotta tell you guys to go into your comments and, say what you feel because, y'all could be real deadly with your comments. Because I read them sometimes and I be crying sometimes for some of the stuff I be saying to people and shit and how y'all just be coming out of people. I get net saying shit about people. So, when I first decided to do this, I had to really get a tough skin because I know that it's gonna be some things that's gonna come out about me that you're not gonna like, or you're gonna find out, and you're gonna be all in my ass. And I want to tell you, I appreciate that because in order for you to come and tell me something about myself, I feel like if you didn't do that, then you don't care. You don't care who's on that TV screen. If I lose a couple of people because of some of the things that you may find out about me, I'm okay with that as well. Everybody's not meant to be friends. So I do have my big girl panties on, and I am aware of everything that may come and not come from this channel. And I'm still here to put myself right here because at the end of the day, I'm doing this for me. And if I can help someone or we can help each other, girl, bye. Boy, bye. I did my job. Okay? So, subscribe to my channel, please. Just give me a chance. Listen to me. Tell a friend, tell that friend, tell a friend. And please don't judge me. Because I'm human. I made mistakes and I will make more mistakes. But that is the only way you grow as a person. And that's the only way you learn about who you are as a person and how strong you could be. So today, I want to talk to you guys about family. And what does it mean to be a family? Does a family consist of two parents in the household? Man and woman, woman and woman, man and man. Man and woman. I don't know, whatever. But my family that I want to talk about is how dysfunctional it was for me. And growing up in that environment, that dysfunction, it allowed me to not have dreams. It didn't open the doors. It's sad to say that I never really had a dream. You hear somebody and they be like, "Oh, I dreamt of the day and I go buy my first house or get my first car or make my first $1,000,000 or get married." My dreams were to get grown, get old enough so I can get the fuck, excuse me, so I can get out of this crazy ass house. And I feel like I'm doing myself and you guys a disservice if I don't tell you the whole facts. Like, I don't know if my mom was bipolar, but when I look at bipolar and I think about bipolar, I think she was bipolar. She had something that went undiagnosed because she was too afraid to face herself, to like look in the mirror and actually judge herself. She was afraid of that. So it went undiagnosed, and oh my gosh, oh my gosh, we suffered because of that. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it was me and my sister. We grew up together, but we was always pitted against each other. Like she always played us against each other, and I used to hate that, and I used to see it. I mean, from a very early age, I saw that. And I knew she was manipulating my sister and trying to manipulate me against my sister. And I used to hate it. But I was a kid. There was nothing I really could do about it. And then I wasn't too sure if that's what it really was. Now that I'm older, oh yeah. Yeah. So anyway, um, with her doing that, you know, we didn't have the close relationship. We did for a while, but once my mom was able, like, as my sister grew older, and my mom was able to, like, you know, get more into her, like, put her more claws into her. Yeah, we became very distant, and my sister couldn't see it because she was very naive, very weak, and I was always that strong one. My mother always used to say to me, which I didn't mind. She used to always say to me, Tamara, you know, I tell you more, or I ask more of you because you are the stronger one than your sister. And at one point, I was like so proud of that. Like, I always wanted to show my mother that I was strong. But then it became to a point where it was like, damn, when can I not be strong? When can I just be your daughter that needs you to open your arms up and just hug her? And just say, everything's going to be okay. Day's going to get better. You can, you don't always have to be so strong. I always wanted to know when it was going to be my turn. I never got a turn not to be strong. Excuse me. So, it affected how I handle my relationships. I never saw a positive relationship with my mom and another man. And I'm going to give you an example of what I mean by that. My mother, I'm not going to say she had different men in and out her house, because she didn't. That my sister saw, but I used to see because I was really nosy. I was a nosy ass little girl. If I want to know something and you was trying to be around the bush, you didn't want to tell me, I'm gonna go find out. Okay, you ain't gotta tell me, I'm gonna find out. And so I saw them come and go, whatever the case may be. It was a couple of them that used to spend the night. And I remember one of them coming to the room, right? They said, okay. We had to go to bed. Your mother got company. Go to bed. But you ain't sleepy. You trying to figure out what they doing. My sister, she always went to sleep first. Me, I want to know what the fuck you in there doing. What are you doing? Listen to Marvin Gaye. Let's get it on. Okay, so I want to know what you getting on. And I remember one time, my mother was a little drunk or whatever. I know she smoked herb because she used to take the seeds out with a card and an album cover. And my favorite one, the Sugar Hill Gang or the Michael Jackson with Tiger on it. He was in that white suit. Oh my gosh, I hate when she touched my album. But yeah, she was a little intoxicated. She was a little bit like out of it. So if someone wanted to come and pray on us, they could have done it many times. They could have. But because of who I am and because of the way I was raised, from the time I can remember, no, it ain't happening. Okay? Just ain't happening. So I remember, I heard my mom, she's making those noises. I ain't gonna talk about that. And she must have fell asleep or whatever. And maybe he wasn't asleep or whatever. He was sleeping. I don't know, I had to use the bathroom. And I had to act like I was sleeping. But I was really like looking to see if my eyes open, but not open. And he tried to come into the room. Not for nothing, my mother had a guy that used to beat the shit out of her. Okay? And I mean, I don't care what he did, she always took him back. So I grew up in that. That was one of the examples of a dysfunction relationship I have with my mom in the household, in the environment that I grew up in. Um, and a little story, wait. The guy who used to beat her up so bad. I remember the last time he was at the house, I was in there taking a shower, and I'm hearing them argue. And I'm hearing her tell my sister to go sit down. I'm in there taking a shower. She's like, go in your room, close the door, blah, blah, blah. Don't come out until I tell you. So I'm in the shower. She telling me, knocking on the door, hurry up, Tamara, get out the shower, go to bed. Like, it's bedtime. Like, she's mad at me because she want the private time with her friend or whatever the case may be. So I'm like, okay, mommy, I'm coming out. So I'm doing my little thing. I'm washing up. And boom. Somebody busts in the door. And I jump, and then I open up I compose myself, and I open up the curtain, and there's my mom and him, they fighting. She trying to close the door. His hand is in the door, and then the next hand come in, it had a knife. All I saw when he cut my mother on her breast, and I just seen all this blood. It was gallons of it. It wasn't gallons, but in me, it was gallons of it. I don't know how I hopped out that bathroom because I had soap on me. I don't know how I got in them damn clothes that I had on. I don't know when that hammer came into my hands. But I know me and my sister had made a pact that we ain't gonna let this motherfucker put his hands on my mother no more. We gonna beat the shit out this man. This man gonna die by our hands. We had made a plan so much to the point where we asked questions to someone else about, well, what would happen if we killed this motherfucker in the house? Can we go to jail for that? Can we try to protect our mother? And we got the okays. No. So it was on. So we were just waiting for this man. So that night he came, we was all on point. My sister had her knife. We literally planned for this. We planned for this. I got a hammer from my girlfriend's mother and took it out her tool chest, Elena. I had that hidden somewhere because he didn't really care where he hit her at. He didn't really care if we was there, not there. So we had little stashes of knives, hammer, a crowbar, a baseball bat. We had things hidden. So when it's time to get at this dude, we gonna get his ass. We got him that night too. My mother cut. I'm out the shower. My sister already got the bat. I got the hammer. I got the knife in my hands. He couldn't go out the front door because my sister's standing right there. His only choice was to jump out the window. We lived on the 3rd floor. That nigga jumped out the window because he was either going to die in that house or he going to jump out that window. Those were the only two options that he had at that time. Okay? He chose the window because we was ready for that. I guess he saw our faces, our expression, our action, how quick we came out with all types of things. That nigga jumped out the window. He broke 2 ribs. He broke his leg. He broke his arm. He had a neck brace. We called the ambulance. Because we didn't have a phone, so they had to, run around and go call. We forgot about my mom in there. She in there, call the police, call the ambulance, whatever. No, not the police. I'm sorry. Don't call the police. Call the ambulance. I don't want him to get locked up. She still telling me she don't want to get locked up. And then my sister just like, after everything happened and everything calmed down and we come back from the hospital. When my mom come back from the hospital, cops is there talking to us. She left us there with the neighbor who we called the cops, at her house. And, they're asking us questions and stuff. And, as a kid, growing up in a household like that, you knew to keep your motherfucking mouth closed. Bitch, shut up. Don't say what goes on. Keep it within yourself. I was so tired of that situation. I was not being quiet. And I knew that if I said something, I was going to get in trouble. But my sister was like, she just kept, like, hitting me or pinching me or kicking me across the table. And to the point where it was like, Jackie, stop kicking me, stop hitting me. Because I'm going to tell this man what he's been doing to my mom. Because I'm so scared. Because one day I feel like he's going to kill all of us. And I'm not dying because she want to be with an asshole. And so the cop took me out. I literally said just like that. I'm tired of being in a situation where I feel that my mom's going to die. oh, we're gonna die because we saw what he did. Now he gotta take us out because we gotta kill us. He ain't gonna leave nobody. So yeah, I told the police, took me. I started crying. I started spazzing out because I was just tired. I was just tired of going through that. Like, this wasn't the first time. This wasn't the second time, third time. I don't know how many times. I was just tired. I was tired. So yes, I spilled those beans. In my head, I knew I was gonna get my butt whooped. I seen everything that was gonna happen. I seen all the repercussions, and I didn't give two shits. And I told them people what was going on. They took us. Good thing my grandmother called and my aunt. They came and took us home or whatever the case may be. But before they came, we got separated. We went to two different foster care people. That next day, we came to school. The counselors, brought us both downstairs. My sister was mad at me. She like this, man. And, crying because, mommy is in the hospital. We don't know how she doing because we got whisked away in cars, two separate cars. And, I ain't sleep that night. My eyes is red. I'm tired of crying. But I was so fed up with the bull crap that my mother had us in that I told everything. I mean, I told things that wasn't even going on at that time. And I was so tired. I was tired. I was tired of the dysfunction that I was living in. And I wanted so bad to be like the movies, just come, you're orphan, and somebody come and adopt you, and you move in this wonderful house. Those was my dreams. I had dreams of that. I didn't have dreams of growing up and being a doctor, a lawyer, getting married. I had a dream to get the fuck out of that house and be put somewhere else and let my mother come visit me. But I had the choice whether I want to see her or not. That's what I dreamed of. I dreamed of having lights. I dreamed of having food, not for just like the first 2 weeks of the month, and then the last 2 weeks, you trying to run to school to get that lunch and eat that breakfast, and then tell your teachers like, I'm hungry. Can you like can I have those snacks that's left over? Like, what you gonna do with those snacks? What you gonna do with that milk and bring it home and then sneak it home? Cause my mother, she found out that I bring it home and like, oh my God, you telling people we ain't got no food, So I was tired. I said something. And my mom came home, whatever. We got sent to my grandmother's house with my aunt. And you know what was crazy? That everybody was mad at me. My sister was mad at me, my grandma was mad at me, my dad was mad at me, and my aunt was mad at me. There's only one person that wasn't mad at me, my Aunt Patty. She the one who told me, like, Tamara, I know it took a lot. Because I, put it like this, when my aunt and my grandma came and got us, I got blasted. Like, I was all types of this and that. And my grandma was a Christian. But she was not. I didn't know who she was. To me, she's like Medusa. These snakes coming out. And I was scared to go see my mom because I already knew I was going to get in trouble. So I asked, my Aunt Patty was there, hugging me and whatever case may be. And we wasn't too close with Aunt Patty. And Aunt Patty wasn't close to her sister or her mom. So I asked her, can I come over there? And I stayed. And we talked, and, she was like, you could tell me everything. And I remember telling her just everything I went through, and I'm crying. I'm like, I don't want to go back there, because I know if I go back home, I'm going to get hurt. She's going to hurt me. But the only reason why she didn't hurt me is, as she would have, is because diapers was in my life. And they would come to the school, they would talk to me, they wouldn't go to the house because my mother wouldn't open the door. I don't give a fuck what time these people came. She would not open that door, so they had no choice but to go to school. If I missed a day, they was at my house trying to figure out why she missed a day. Get a doctor's note. Don't let her let her come to school because I had already told them a lot, so they knew the situation. And I felt so. I just knew in my mind that someone's gonna come and save me out of that situation, and there was no one there. Eventually, I got put back with my mom. And everything went back to normal. I remember coming home that day and she saying to me, that's when she started that, trying to put us, pegging, um, come between me and my sister relationship. I remember exactly the day it happened. The day I came home, my sister, she missed me. She hugged me, but it wasn't that hug that I normally would get. It was like a, that type of hug. Oh, okay, she's here. But I was a traitor. To them, I was an outsider. I had told outside people what was going on. I told them what was going on in the house, and I paid I paid for that. And the consequence was I lost my mom. I guess I lost her trust, and I lost my sister's trust because my mother literally, she had my sister. She had my sister. And I remember when I walked into the house, right? I was so scared to walk in the house. I was so scared because I didn't know what I was gonna get hit with, like a pot, a pan. Like my mother picked up anything and just went in on you. So I didn't know what to expect. I knew I was gonna get something. Nope, she didn't hit me. She fed me that night. Everything was real quiet. I was just waiting for the devil to come out. I was waiting for it to come out. I didn't sleep good because I was waiting for her, because like she would do stuff like let you go to sleep and make you think she forgot about it and then whoop your ass, wake you up, whooping your ass. I was just waiting. I was prepared for it. I was prepared for it. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. And I'm not talking about just like that day. I was waiting for it. I wasn't comfortable in the house for a very long time. Never mind, we had no fucking lights, but I wasn't comfortable in my own house. I used to dread coming home. If I knew my sister wasn't gonna be home, I wouldn't go home. I ain't going in the house with myself, cause no, I don't know what she's gonna do. I don't know what she's gonna do to me because there's no one there to say anything. When I started to feel comfortable is when the lady, we lived on Decker Street. It was either Decker or Trenton because we only lived on 2 blocks. It was Decker Street. We moved on Decker Street and moved to Trenton, like literally right around the corner. Like, come out the building, go down the block, cross the street, go up the block, and now was our house right there. So we lived in the same area, right? And they was closing that building down, so the next door neighbor that we used to call the cops, her house, we used her phone to call the cops. She moved in with us because she didn't have no place to go. Like, it was like, I don't know if everybody got put up. I remember all those buildings closed and empty because we used to play in them. And yeah, I only felt comfortable when we moved off Deckard and we moved to Trenton Street, and the neighbor came in because she used to protect me. And she used to have a son named Juju who had like a nub. His hand was like a nub. Sweetest little boy. Used to always drool and walk funny or whatever kids would be. Loved him because I was able to take care of him. My mother act different when people are around. And I cried that night they came because that was the first night like I really slept. Like I really slept through, and I was so scared when I woke up. I'm like, oh my god, like I fell asleep. So I'm just making sure like nothing is on me, or she not waiting for me to wake up. Like if I've tried to fade in the back prior to me telling everything, girl, I was trying to be neutral. I was trying to be the couch, the TV. I was trying to be anything. I didn't want to rock the boat at all because at any minute I know she could explode. And then I found out the reason why she didn't put her hands on me because life was involved in my life. I remember coming to the school and everything, but I didn't know it was them from the fact that bam, So yeah, I was on edge for a very long time. And I found myself, like in present day, I found myself trying to not make those same mistakes. And I can't sit here and say I didn't make those same mistakes with my kids. Um, there was no hugging. There was no like, oh, I love you. I mean, maybe when she was high, she was feeling good, and she'll say that, but it wasn't consistent. The only thing that I can say that she consistently did, or she did it all the time, was not have no food in the house and they had no lights, and I was always cold. So I grew up thinking I'm never want to be in the fucking dark again. I never want to be cold. I'm never gonna live in an apartment where they control your heat. So this apartment and any other apartment I have to pay my own heat and hot water. Cause bitch, if I'm cold in July the 12th, I want to turn my heat on July 12th. I want to know that I can turn my heat on. I don't want to wait until October 16th and then April 16th when they turn it off. By law, they gotta turn it off. No, but it's still cold in April. And I never wanted to be cold. And you know what's so funny? The reason why I'm saying I'm talking about this story right now is because I sit in my room and I practice what I want to say and what I want to talk about so I can get my thoughts together. And a plate drops in my kitchen. And I say that to say that I was in there saying what I'm gonna say right now, not to to the T, because I don't write anything down. I just want it to come out naturally. I want a natural reaction. I want natural talking. But I also want to know what I'm going to talk about so I can just stay on topic. And when that plate broke, that's not the first time it broke. I mean, something had happened to my house when I'm talking about my mom. And so what I do, I tell her like, listen, I understand you're not even on this earth anymore, and yet you're still trying to traumatize me, and I'm not gonna have you do that. I'm gonna speak my truth. So if you see anything in the background moving or anything like that, don't get scared, because I've been going through this since she passed away. And like I wish I would have said something to someone earlier maybe, but I remember that when I met my dad told me how he looked for me and how I remember just moving a lot. I didn't stay in the same place very long. We never stayed in one place very long. And then I found out why. Because my mother was moving because my dad would find us. And my mom knew that my dad wanted to take custody of me. And because she was an unfit parent. So she kidnapped me basically and moved to Florida. My aunt Cynthia told me that, Tamara, when you was in her stomach, like, the plan was for you to come live with me because your dad was going to take custody of you. And I'm just like, and you know how people say, oh, you was too young to remember? I remember this picture of my aunt holding me, and it was in Florida. It was like the ocean behind me, and I was a little baby, and I remember her showing that picture. And I used to cry every night, wishing that my aunt would just come and save me from this hell. And one time, my mom was hitting me for the umpteenth time, and she was like, "Yeah, bitch, you think I was gonna let you go? I hear you in there crying, or I read, because I will write down my feelings as well. Oh, I read you wish you would be with your aunt. I wish you would be with your effing aunt too. I wish somebody come take you, Congo, and take you the F away, And it was just like, wow. Okay. So from a very young age, I knew I was not wanted by my mom. I saw what I wanted to see. I felt what I wanted to feel. So it breaks my heart to know that my mother just couldn't see me and just love me, and just you know. It's just sad she never got a chance to really meet me and get to know who I was. The last couple, I remember my mother played a trick on me. I'm at work, Arby's, Newport, Just got to work. And my boss, he comes and says, I just saw you, Tamara. My mother died. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I have my stepfather on the phone telling me that my mom passed away. And at this time, I was still trying to work on being a better daughter to her, or, showing her that I could be a better daughter to her. And I ran to the house, whatever, because I lived in I worked in Newport Mall. So, I walked everywhere, even if I had money. Speedy Gonzalez, zoom. I went up there, and I knocked on the door, and she answered the door. Yeah, it was a joke. She said, wow, I'm surprised you came as quick as you did. Because you act like you don't want to be bothered, this, that, and the third. And I was kind of numb. Like, what just happened here? What happened? Like, where's the cameras? Is Nick Cannon playing with me? I don't even think Nick Cannon was even out that time. Yeah, she the one. She told me that she was dead. So when for real, when she really did die, I believed him. Nope. Like I ain't picked the phone up, nothing. It's only when the funeral director called me. I think it was Watson. It was down on off of Grand Street, around the area of Liberty, Lafayette. It's in that little area. I don't know who it was. I didn't bury my mother. I called them and I politely declined to bury her. I said you had to call somebody else. I didn't bury my mother. I didn't go to the funeral. I don't know where she's laid to rest at. And I want to feel bad about it. I just don't. I'm just that detached from her. And it doesn't make me sad as I think it should make me sad, right? I should be sad, but I'm not sad. I don't feel bad. Because for quite a time, Mama didn't like me. So I learned to accept that. I learned to accept that and just keep it moving, because at the end of the day, either I let that destroy me and not having a relationship with no one, or I could just just let it go. And at a certain time, it's like I can't do no more to please you, and do no more to do this and do that, So it's like I have no more to give of me. I don't even want to try no more, so I stopped trying. And she passed away. They said they found her in Building 5 in Montgomery, and she was on the first floor. And the only reason why they found my mother is because she was smelling. It was summertime. She wasn't. She was. She was dead in there for a very long time. The funeral director told me that they couldn't. I couldn't see her, and we couldn't have an open casket. And she died just the way I think she wanted to die, because she always pushed us away. She always made sure that I wasn't a priority to her. She made sure I knew that. And maybe in a couple of years, I may feel like I wish I woulda, coulda, shoulda did something different. But right this moment, right now, I ain't even know who was I burying. It had been 7 years. We ain't seen each other. We live in the same area. We live in the same vicinity, same city. She lived in Montgomery. I was living on Nunda. So I don't know. And I say that to say this, because my next topic I want to talk about friendship. My first experience with a woman who's supposed to love me, I didn't have no relationship with. There was no stability there. There was no love there. So how can I actually be a friend to you? Because I couldn't even be a friend to my mom. She did that first relationship that you have with a person, a female. I didn't have one. So what? No wonder I'm all fucked up in the head and shit. You know, the moving and going different schools and not being able to put roots down. I never wanted to do that to my kids. So I've been here in the Heights so my son was 2. He's 19. Everybody know me. They know my kids. They know me. That's my daughter. Oh, that's Tamara's daughter. That's Tamara's niece. Oh, that's Tamara's son. They know me. So I did change a little things about, like little things I changed about myself, but I still see me, and I see my mother in some ways. But that was my relationship, a little bit of my relationship with my mom, and I know that it's little girls out there that is, that is going through and has been through the same thing I have been through, and I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear, what are you up to? Did you make a relationship with your mom? And if you still have the chance to make to establish that relationship, I will say to you to do what is hard and go to counseling and ask your mom, can she come and sit in on it if that relationship means that much to you. If you're just like me, you like fed up and done with it, I don't blame you. But I just want to tell you, for one person to another person who experienced that, I feel like I wish I had the opportunity to try. I wish I would have put a little bit more effort into it. I wish I would have gave up so soon. It took, I maybe about 22. I gave up. I just gave up. I remember I was in the bathroom. I was smoking something. I was smoking herb, and I just started crying because why can't I be? Why can't this lady just love me? Why? Like, what did I do so wrong to you that you have to blame me because you can have another kid? Because I messed up your ovaries, or I did something to your body where you had to have a hysterectomy. My mother wanted a boy at the Jackie. They told her I was a boy. Oh my God, you should see her face when she said that they told me it was a girl when I came out, and the way she treated me was like, I could understand. Like, you detest me. Like, ew, the cooties. Like, I was a cootie baby. I could imagine what she did when I was little. I could imagine. And it breaks my heart. But I won't cry. I will not give her satisfaction to know that, no. Nope. So, my relationship with men, or people, women, anyone, I don't have none. I don't have any. I closed myself off, same as she did. I'm trying to change that. I kept a lot of things in, same thing she did. I'm trying to change that. That's why I got this YouTube channel. Like I said, this channel is not just for you guys. This channel is for me as much as it is for you. And me allowing you inside my world is a big deal to me, because I don't allow no one through that door right there. I live at 615 Palisade Avenue, apartment 304, Jersey, New Jersey. And don't nobody knock on that door. That cell phone gonna be sitting here all day. Only 1 to 2 people gonna call that cell phone. My daughter and my boyfriend. That's it. That's it. And I've been okay with that for the last 12, 13, 14 years. I've been okay with that. Now, I want to see if I could have something different with someone else. Can I actually be a friend? And I'm trying to be friends with my boyfriend's sisters, and they're really a close family. And I know that I don't put a lot of time into it because I'm so used to not doing that. So it's just easier for me to do that. My best friend has been music and my PS4. Don't touch my music, and please don't touch my PS4. Okay? Oh my god, I can't wait till the PS5 come out. Did you see it? Oh my god, it's so pretty. And I want a nice 4K TV. You hear that TV? I want a nice 4K TV. Oh my god, I cannot wait. That's crazy that I really want a game. I want a game. I love my games. I cannot wait to PS5 come out, bro. It's so pretty and white. So, yeah. So, that is the reason why I think that growing up in a dysfunctional household, how it really can shape your life. And yeah, I'm so proud of myself because I'm actually taking the steps to heal myself, and I'm actually taking those steps. And even though it's scared, and I don't see, like I tell you, I see everything. I don't see the end being negative. I do see negativity coming along the way because there's gonna be things I'm gonna talk about that you guys are gonna have something to say, and bring it on. I have no choice but to tell you what my life is. Point blank period. And I can't do anything about it because this is who I am. Okay? Okay, Michelle, this is my life. Tamara, aka Red, this is my life. And I'm trying to just be happy, be open, be honest, and I'm trying to make some real, genuine relationships that last. But I know I have to be willing to put something into that relationship and actually show people that I care about them. So, so I want to thank you for inviting me into your house or just listening to me. And if you have anything you want to say, you want to talk about, you can do that. I'm gonna put my email at the bottom. And any criticism you guys have, that's wonderful. It's nothing that you really can say to me that I have not probably said to myself. I've been in prison for like 20 years, and I put myself there. And every day I make a video, I'm loosening those chains, and I'm open. I'm getting the keys so I can open that door. So do your worst, and I'm gonna just take it because I'm used to it, and I'm very strong. And see, that's one thing I do appreciate my mother for, making me a strong person. So, I mean, I always try to find a good in situations. I don't always see situations being bad. So, if I had to say what was good from that situation was the fact that I am a strong individual, and I know I can do so much. I can handle so much more than what I actually thought I could handle. And I'm proud of who I have become and who I'm going to be in the future. So, peace. I love you. And always, always, at the end of the day, just know that you are who you are because of who raised you. But that's not who you have to be from this point on into the future. Okay? But only you can take those steps to make that change. And remember, if you don't like what you see in the mirror, change it. If you don't like what you're reading on those pages that has to do with your life, change the narrative. Change the story. Make that story fit what you want it to say. It's easier said than done, and it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. I love you guys. Peace.